I'm just reading for the collective tonight. You can ask questions by going to my Etsy store. It's on the About page of my YouTube. Okay, one more shuffle. Well, you'll know if the reading resonates. If it sounds like that's your situation, then it's a message for you. But you have to ask your angels for help, and then the divine will give messages to people who need it the most. So if everything's going fine in your life, you won't necessarily find that it resonates. It's normally when you're having problems that you come to tarot, although not always, especially if it was a general reading. You know, it might show that you've had great success or that you've just fallen in love, but okay, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this final week of March 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling, please. So in the challenge position, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. That's an even number. It's about finding balance. It's the card of the juggler. Oh, that's a bit creepy, isn't it? It looks like a mummy. We've got the 2 of Wands. Oh my god. It's all 2s. The 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Swords. That's all about trying to make a decision. It's 3 cards saying exactly the same thing. I can't make a decision. I don't know whether to pick A or B. I don't know whether to prioritize A or B. I don't know how to make a decision between A or B. All the cards. That's never happened. 222. Which path do I take? Which person do I pick? How do I balance my priorities? Let's put them the right way so we can see the pictures. That's never happened to me. Oh my god. They're all about trying to make a decision, needing to make a choice. But with this one being reversed, I'll tell you the difference with this one. It's about being blindfolded. 2 of Wands is when you need to make a choice. 2 of Pentacles is like, I'm finding it difficult to prioritize. So, but the 2 of Swords is like being blindfolded, like, I don't want to deal with this. Actually, when it's reversed, it's like not being blindfolded anymore. There's change on the horizon here. Leo, I think you've been in your head about something, and there's change on the horizon. Oh, hopefully when I post the reading, it'll have the subtitles so you can follow it better, or transcript. Yeah, you could click on for a transcript and then translate it into Hindi or whatever you need it changing into. I've been teaching my class about transcripts, so that's why I thought of that then. The Empress reversed, okay. First Emperor or Empress of the evening. Now, the Empress is the major for Libra and for Taurus. They both can show up as the Empress, ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, abundance. Very, very bountiful, but she's in the reverse. So let's see what else came out. The Queen of Swords. Oof, I tell you what. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. What is going on tonight? What is going on? So the only queen that we're missing is the Queen of Pentacles. We're trying to avoid a tower. So at the moment, Leo, you're all three queens. You're almost the Empress. If it wasn't for money, you would be the Empress, right? Mega abundance. The Empress is pregnant, literally, or with ideas, possibilities, you know, full of love, attracts love easily. The queen that you're missing, you've got Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands upright. So you're taking action and you're very intelligent. Queen of Cups, you might lack patience or empathy at times because you want to be the Queen of Pentacles. You want to be a good provider. Does that make sense? Now we're trying to avoid a tower. I'll put these upright so you can see the art. Now a tower, when it's upright, is major change. So the landscape of your life will change. The tower will fall. Towers can be caused by you. They can be caused by another person, or they can be divine. Okay, so the universe can cause a tower. For example, if you were trapped in a karmic cycle and you were refusing to see, you know, like how to live a better way, then a tower would be caused to bring you out of that karmic cycle. With the tower being reversed, you're trying to avoid. Maybe you're in debt, or maybe you just feel like you're trapped in a cycle of like dead-end jobs where you just can't seem to like get saved up. See the Queen of Cups, she's underwater, she's submerged in her feelings. You're very determined and you've got a lot of ideas, very intelligent, very thoughtful. That's so interesting. That's really interesting. I think you're a person who's lived, you know, a lot of experience, a lot of life experience. I think you're trying to be noble and truthful and go about things the right way. Yeah, so that makes sense. We've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So if the Nine of Pentacles was upright, that would be someone who's able to pay their own way, someone who's able to have plenty of money, you know, to take care of themselves. So maybe money has always been a struggle. Let's get 3 cards for the one that's on your mind, the one you're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting. The Knight of Wands reversed. So this person could be very lusty, they could be overly lusty, or they could be angry because it's reversed. The Knight of Wands is the player card, okay? You can see it's very sexual image. Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's energy, passion, anger, you know, fire. Very, very like sexual. It's reversed, so it could be overly sexual or angry. When passion spills over, it becomes anger. It's a very fast energy, that one as well. It's very, very fast and flighty. It's not stable. The Six of Swords. This is about leaving baggage behind. I love these cards. Look at the cypress trees. That's like a floating island. There's the person moving on. Leaving the past behind. Leaving the troubles behind. Maybe they were angry. Right, we've got a combination of the King of Cups reversed with the Three of Wands. Now, on your side, Leo, you've got the Queen of Cups reversed. I think we've got beef again here because on your side it's the Queen of Cups reversed. And on their side, they've got the King of Cups reversed and they're going to take action. That's like, I've made a choice, I know what I want, and I'm taking action when it's the Three of Wands. You're a divine counterpart again. It's like you've had a fallout and you're both like feeling, you know, when you're upright, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are empaths. They're very like, it's like Pisces energy, water, like feelings. Very patient, very calm, no matter what's thrown at them. You know, a bit airy-fairy because they're so much in their feels. With it reversed, it's like a lack of empathy. So it suggests there's been a fallout, but I think this person's going to do something about it now. They're over it, you know, like they've dropped the baggage, whatever they were pissed off about. Hi, Sri. Hi, a BFF. I'm not saying the second bit. So if you go on my About page, you can go to my Etsy store and book a personal reading. Make sure you subscribe because when I get to 500 subscribers, I can take super chats then and answer personal questions in the live, but I can't do it. I can't do it until I get to 500. The High Priestess reversed. So in the outcome, someone's struggling to follow their intuition because the High Priestess, it's like, you know, like to be religious is to have faith. Yeah. It's not that you're seeing stuff or able to touch stuff. It's having faith that it's there anyway. It's having faith that it's going to be all right. It's going to work out, that you know. Oh, thank you. It's about following your intuition, following your gut. It's your third eye chakra. Like, I trust that there's a path for me. I trust that I'm supposed to be with this person, or I trust that I'm not supposed to be with this person. Follow your gut feeling. You know, manifest what you do want, and if this person's meant to be with you, they will. It's about, you know, having faith. Sometimes we lose faith when it's been a long time not talking to that person, or we've been treated badly. We lose faith in love. You know, we think we're never going to be cared about again. So it's important to like follow your intuition. Sometimes you can't feel your intuition when you have been hugely disappointed by something or hurt by something. Right, we've got a combination of the Four of Wands upright with the Three of Pentacles reversed. So we've got a lack of cooperation when it comes to finding stability. It's not just stability. 4 is a very stable number, the 4 legs to a chair, the 4 walls to a house, okay? However, it does closely signify a home where 2 people live, 2 people that are married, or certainly homeowners or long-term relationship that everyone knows about, exclusive, you know, never seeing anyone else. These 2 people are making a life together. So there's a lack of cooperation when it comes to this in the outcome, but it's just the outcome for the final week of March. Bear that in mind, because it looks like you're both sad to be apart, and it looks like this person is going to take action. I think you're distracted with finances at the moment because you're about to become the Empress. Once you've got your finances sorted, you will be the Empress, Leo. So, that's the highest status in the tarot deck. We've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the World card reversed. So in the outcome, we're feeling like everything's against us in terms of building up lasting generational wealth. So we've got a major arcana, and look at this chessboard. It's the Ten of Pentacles. Everyone's trying to be a strategist. Everyone's trying to get to the Ten of Pentacles. It's the most wealth you can have, and it usually happens when 2 people put their finances together. They get enough money to have money for themselves, their children, and their children's children, or to take care of parents. It's having enough money to pay for everyone for many years to come. We're all trying to achieve that. And then the World card, the Fool realizes that we must take life's rough with the smooth, that better times will come. That's what the World card is about. When these are reversed, the pentacles are facing down, so they're falling out of the purse, they're falling out of the bank, they're falling out of the wallet. And when the World card is reversed, we are feeling like the glass is half empty because luck is not on our side. We're having a bad time right now. So I think at the moment, for the last week of March, I think Leo's struggling financially, and therefore it feels like you're not getting to that place where you can own a house. It feels very much like we're trying to get stability with buying a home, and it just feels like we're not getting there. But I think everybody has their day, everybody has their luck when it comes to these things. They were together, and they were together, weren't they? Usually it's not always the case, but for Ten of Pentacles, it's after meeting another person and we put our money together. Yeah, it's very difficult without. Not impossible, but very difficult in this day and age. Right, why did they have the Knight of Wands reverse? Let's dig. Let's find out. Bad timing. Too little too late. Taken. Not ready to love again. So this person that you're wanting to collaborate with, Leo, they just were looking for a physical relationship, just sex, because they're busy trying to grow, they're busy trying to repair from heartbreak, they're busy trying to recover, to find their own stability. Why have they got the King of Cups reversed? It does seem two-faced, playing with your emotions, insincere, not who you think. They may have like been really off and on with you and at times enjoyed like you being around them because they know that you've got these deep feelings for them. It doesn't mean that they don't feel the same because we've got the King and Queen of Cups here, but we've all played with someone's heart, you know, at times knowing that we're actually not ready to commit. We've all done that. I don't care, like someone out there is probably saying I didn't do that, but I've done it. I've definitely done it. Consumed, extinguish doubt by having open communication. Right, if you're gonna avoid heartbreak, you've got to have a conversation with this person and like find out once and for all if they would commit to you, if they would consider building a life with you. If that's, you know, your question on your mind, you've got to have that conversation with them because they might enjoy like the attention that they get. Let's get messages from them. So he had the Knight of Wands, which is like player energy, bad timing. We're on hold, but I'm coming back for you. Oh, maybe they've got deeper emotions than what they, you know, than what you think. Okay. I'm not stable right now. Let me fix this. Send me love and healing. I'm struggling. Okay, so they're distracted at the moment with something that's affected their emotions and they're trying to find stability. Yes, this is Leo. It'll be Virgo next. Look, this is over. They're going to take action and they want to meet up. They want to meet up. They want to discuss things. Hi, skateboard. Yeah, I did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and Cancer already. I'm on Leo. So you if you go on to the last live, if you click on live, you should be able to see the last live. I did it a few hours ago. Let me take the lead. Oh my god. I know we will be together. Oh my god. They've decided. Oh my god. I'm getting like hyped and it's not even about me. My ego is loud, but I'm listening to my soul. I'm striving for spiritual enlightenment. They're really trying to open up their third eye chakra and, you know, listen to their heart and follow their gut, like follow their instincts. Yeah, not like obsess over status, over money, over things, over what we look like. They're trying to look beyond that. They're trying to go onto a more astral level and think like, what's my fate? What's my destiny? Who am I supposed to be with? Because everything can get too surface level and too much like, oh, I'm together because of money, we're together because of what we look like together. No, it shouldn't be like that, you know, but in this like 3D world, we can make decisions like that sometimes. Let's get a confession. Great, it's gone on. Has that gone on the floor? Yeah. We've got 3 confessions. I'm very attracted to you. They love the way that you look. I'm going through a dark night of the soul. And there was one more. Dark night of the soul is an ego death. Okay, they're trying to be less superficial. I need to heal my inner child wounds. So perhaps this person has a fear, like, of, you know, commitment, a fear of trust. Maybe they believe that they can't stand on their own 2 feet financially. It's something like this, okay? They've got severe doubts, probably over themselves or, you know, believing in others. When is this meeting? Let's get a timing. When is this meeting going to happen then? Okay, release the need to control the situation, Leo, okay? They want to take the lead, so they're going to come back to you and meet up with you when they're ready. It's tarot cards. Hi everyone, welcome into the chat. I'm not doing questions in this, okay? You need to subscribe, and then when I get to 500 subscribers, I can do super chats, I can do questions in the lives. It won't let you do it until you got 500. Right, I'm gonna get you advice. Although it says don't try to control or take the lead on it, just, you know, use that inner strength, inner Leo strength. Tame the lion. You can buy a personal reading. If you go to the About page, I can answer that separately. There's a link to my Etsy store. The distraction of shiny things. Maybe you should buy yourself something nice, Leo. Or maybe it's saying not to do, you know, not to be distracted by shiny things, to look deeper, be less superficial. It says choose who you are becoming. Okay, so you're a work in progress. You're about to literally become the Empress. You're on the cusp of greatness. Okay, so I love how those colours go together. Choose you. Choose, like, you know, you're a work in progress, same as everyone else, but the future's bright, you know. Very, very bright, very successful. And I just get this feeling with Leo that you're becoming like a wise version of yourself, because fire signs can be very much like action orientated. I do feel like in the Leo readings that we've had this year, it's been about understanding that getting something, you know, like instant gratification isn't really like long-term fulfilling. And, you know, a lot of readings were starting to say that you're falling for a friend, or you think that a love might be growing long-term with someone who's like just an off and on thing, or someone who's a friend, and that you want to financially get security and stability and level up. I like what's happening for you, Leo. I think this is a really nice vibe. Green's to do with the heart chakra, you know, like forgive yourself for not having everything like organized right now, and know that you're becoming like a higher person. A lot of people, I distract myself with shiny things because I'm a Taurus and I love stuff. I love buying things, as you can see. But you're still just as lonely afterwards. It tempts you, and distraction makes you excited, and then you get the low where you're like, I still don't have a hug. I do like stuff though. Polar bear mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Oh my god, this goes so well, doesn't it? Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength, Leo. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. Oh my God. Look. Have faith that this is going to come together. Have faith in your own success. I love that. And then I'll get one more and we'll go on to Virgo. Oh. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Everything is saying that it's worth the wait. Love is growing. Finances are growing. You're growing. You know, nothing amazing comes from things being surface level. You're gonna have to watch one episode of Love Island or something like that to know that doesn't work. Or, you know, millionaires marrying millionaires and all this. So it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything, does it? It doesn't mean anything. We need to go beyond what's skin deep, and we need to go beyond instant gratification and just like material stuff. Right, I hope you enjoyed that reading, Leo. Please don't forget to give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost. Definitely subscribe, because then I can do these super chats that everyone wants. This is the road to 500, baby. Sometimes people don't, they're not even sure, do you know what I mean? Like, we tend to think that everything is premeditated and everyone knows exactly what they're doing, but I think at the moment, I'm like, do I get a house by myself? Because I don't believe that love lasts forever. Because I actually feel quite jaded and I'm so sick of not feeling secure. But then I think I'm miserable when I live by myself. So, you know, maybe like most people feel like that. They don't actually know how do you know what the right way to do life is? Like, I think everything works out how it's supposed to, you know. I think you have stuff and you lose it because there's growth in that. I think it takes longer to get stuff because there's growth in that. Everyone's trying to be the best version of themselves, but we want to be born that way and we're not. We have to become that from life's lessons. And everyone, I think the signs, each zodiac sign is trying to learn lessons. You're welcome. Thanks, Review Mania. Thank you. Thanks for watching and joining. Right, we're going on to Virgo.